My dear, if they loved you right, you wouldn't be questioning the silence. Some souls enter our lives just to break us open wide enough for light to pour in. The worst part, they knew exactly how to love you, and still chose not to. Your absence taught me more about love than your presence ever could. You weren't hard to love, they were too scared to hold something that real. I don't miss you, I miss who I became around you. If it haunts you, it was never just a phase. You broke me without a sound, now silence is my loudest ache. Some hearts don't shatter, they dissolve quietly, without anyone noticing. You weren't healing, you were just getting used to the bleeding. Some goodbyes feel like God pulling you back to yourself. I didn't lose you, I finally found me. Regret is a ghost that whispers what love could have been. What if the love was real, but the timing was punishment? Some people love you as long as you don't need them. They didn't ruin love for me, they showed me who to never become. Sometimes God lets them leave, so your soul can finally rest. Not everything lost is a tragedy, some exits are sacred. When you stop begging for crumbs, you start feasting on peace. You felt like fate, until I remembered fate doesn't hurt like that. Maybe we weren't meant to last, only meant to awaken. I forgive you, but I'll never forget how I had to survive you. Some connections are so deep, they ache even in your next life. Love didn't fail, you just loved someone who couldn't hold light. I kept quiet, not because I didn't care, because I cared too much. They left like it was nothing, but you carry the aftermath in your ribs. Some people teach you love, others teach you resurrection. Don't chase someone who's at peace with losing you. You can't heal in the hands that hurt you. Their silence wasn't peace, it was punishment. When someone makes you question your worth, they're not your mirror. You deserved a cathedral, not a cage. Some hearts speak in silence, yours screamed when they left. If you have to beg, it isn't love, it's survival. The ones who hurt you were never meant to stay, just to wake you up. Love didn't leave, you just confused it with intensity. You weren't too much, they were too small to hold you. Every almost becomes a scar the soul remembers. The quiet ones don't move on, they transcend. God heard what they didn't say, and still pulled them away. Some love stories end so your soul can begin. They touched your skin, but never reached your soul. Love isn't supposed to feel like proving your worth every day. You became the person they were too afraid to meet. The worst heartbreak, being misunderstood by someone you'd bleed for. I wasn't hard to love, I was hard to lie to. Some lovers are lessons, others are lifetimes, know the difference. You don't have to make suffering your soulmate. When you heal, they'll call you unrecognizable, let them. Don't romanticize pain, your heart was made for more. If they weren't afraid of your light, they wouldn't have run. Some losses are sacred, they return you to yourself. A real soul connection won't require you to shrink. They mistook your silence for weakness, but silence is where angels speak. When love dies, don't bury your worth with it. You never asked for too much, you just asked the wrong person. I don't want revenge, I want peace that makes them irrelevant. They'll feel your absence like thunder in a quiet room. Some love was just a mirror showing you the cracks. A healed heart whispers, never again, but thank you. You weren't abandoned, you were protected. The ones who ghost you are haunted by you. Let them regret you, you're done begging to be remembered. You didn't lose them, they lost the version of you that loved blindly. Some heartbreaks are written in divine ink. You taught them depth, and they still drowned in shallowness. Love didn't fail you, immaturity did. When they left, your soul finally breathed. Don't miss someone who treated your heart like a test. Letting go was the most sacred kind of love. You loved them in lifetimes they'll never remember. Some pain isn't punishment, it's alignment. You stopped texting, but your soul still checks in on them. They had access to you like a prayer, and treated you like background noise. The heart knows what logic can't forgive. You were never asking for too much, you were asking too little from the wrong person. I didn't want them back, I wanted closure that never came. If it didn't hurt, it wasn't real enough to leave a mark. Let their absence echo, you've made peace with the quiet. Love left, but wisdom stayed. If they really knew you, they'd still be holding on. They had you, and still wanted less. Not everyone deserves front row access to your healing. What broke you taught you how to rebuild in stardust. Real love whispers, I will never confuse your depth with darkness.